And they said, well, how in the world would you add notes to your wholesaling business? So let's talk about that for a second. What is that? How would you do that?
You are the master at that. You came into several wholesaling masterminds that I belong to, and you presented that as, look at your garbage can leads. You're buying low cash now. You're selling as fast as you can for as much as you can. And all of the people who say, no, I'm not going to give you your low cash offer, pretty much go in the garbage can. And as a wholesaler, when you're able to go to a person and say, look, I know the full market is 100, and if you want to fix it up and take it to a realtor, you'll get 100. Might take a couple months, might lose a buyer or two with bad financing. A lot of them fail, but go get full market with a realtor if you have the money to fix it up. I'm an investor. I can give you this discounted price. I have to deduct the rehab cost, and I have to put a profit in there. So I can only give you $55,000. And that's how much really all of the other wholesalers are going to be. And then you build rapport and you close on that. And you're looking to assign that house to pretty much a rehabber. A rehabber, they want to be no more than 70% of the after repair value with their purchase and their rehab. So the rehabber might say, okay, all fixed up, it's 100. I can't be over 70 when I'm all in. Chris, I need it for 60 with 10,000 in repair. So now I'm making a $5,000 fee. That's the wholesale business. But the wholesaler that's passing up on the deals where the people just say no, you're able to now go to them and say, I'll tell you what, let's take your full market value. We'll minus your 10,000 in repairs. Now we're at 90 and you got it. I'll give you the full price. I could even give them the whole 100. I could even give them 110 as long as I get the right terms. So if I can get that with zero down and zero interest and payments for 20 years, I would take that at full market value. I don't want to overpay, but I know that when I turn around and sell that house, I will be able to sell it for more than I paid. I won't be upside down between buyer and seller, but I will have arbitrage. I will have spread. I will have a bigger down payment in than out. That's cash now. That keeps my acquisitions people paid and my operating expenses paid. I will have a higher monthly payment in than my monthly payment out. That's cash flow. And then when the day comes that they want to refinance the house or they want to sell the house, I'll have a lump sum come in if it occurs. If it doesn't, I also have the option of selling off that note at some point in time. So there's, in the wholesale business, it's just quick, small deals. I also wholetail, which is buying a nicer owner occupant ready house, get it cheap and put it on the MLS and sell it for more, maybe wipe it down, maybe not, do minimal work. And that's very lucrative, but it's very, very difficult. I mean, I spend a lot of money in marketing and talk to a lot of people every month. My acquisition people go through a lot of leads to get one out of several hundred that turns into a good hit. But it's still that one-time cash transactional thinking. It's not that passive income. It's not the arbitrage, and it's high tax. It's transactional tax. It's not slow long-term capital gains. So there's a lot of different variables. I left a high-paying job to accelerate my path towards financial independence. I didn't leave it to replace it with another high-paying job where I no longer have all the benefits I used to have. So just being a wholesaler or just being a rehabber is just a transactional job. I'm really all about building the portfolio for the cash flow for the income. So that's why this switch over to notes now. At this height in the market, these elevated prices, it's the perfect time to grow your muscle to learn how to buy with good terms. Because when we come down the next slope and there's more sellers than buyers, that's when the person who has muscles developed for how to buy with great terms is going to be in the perfect position. It's really hard to do right now, but a lot of the people who buy from wholesalers won't need those wholesalers when we're in a different market. They'll be able to buy direct, and then the wholesale business can take a little bit of a headwind.